Hi Fred, how are you today?
I'm very good, Pascal. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Fred, tell us why is S4M attending Cristal Festival this year?
Well, you know, the Cristal Festival is one of the biggest events of the year for the industry. All the big players are here, the marketers are here. So obviously for a company like us, a startup like us, we're only 4 years old. It's an honor for us to be here. It's important to be here, but it's an honor as well. I'm in the jury of one of the categories, marketing and innovation. It's really important for us to be part of that environment. Like I said, we're a young company. We're already located in all continents. We have an office in Paris, one in London. We've opened the US with an office in New York, one in Singapore, and one in Sao Paulo. So, we're a global company, but still very young, and it's very important for us to be exposed in those events. And like I said, being part of the marketing and innovation jury is really important. I'm exposed within that jury to a lot of very interesting case studies. So it's really key for us to be part of those events.
Fred, this year is the year of the mobile. This is the running joke in the industry. As a mobile expert, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think we're far beyond that joke. There's been a running joke for the past 5 years, the year of the mobile. I think we're far beyond that now. I think everybody recognizes that mobile is at the center of everything. I would even say, that we're in the era of the user first. And when you think of the user first, by analogy, you think of the mobile. When you look at the spend in the industry of mobile, eMarketer says that 2015 will end up with $70 billion of spend, $100 billion in 2016. So we're far beyond that joke. I think still there's a gap between the spend and the usage. I think there's still a big opportunity to grow those spends. One of the reasons for that gap, I believe, is the lack of transparency and the lack of expertise that the industry has with mobile. Mobile is a very different beast from desktop, and most of the technologies on the marketplace, at the moment at least, are extensions of desktop that have been then plugged into the mobile. And I think that this is one of the key issues of why people are not spending enough, because I think the results are not good enough to be compelling. And this is why a company like ours, S4M, Solutions for Mobile, have a great opportunity to win the space. We have a technology that has been built for mobile from scratch. It's not an extension from desktop to mobile. And we're able to go very granular in performance details and optimization of mobile campaigns. So, like I said, we're in an industry that is growing, and we have a positioning, a technology, and expertise with talents that are here to win in the industry.
So finally, anything new under the sun in the mobile industry?
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of things that are new in the mobile industry. It's an industry that is going at a very fast pace. I think the key thing at the moment is really the issue around viewability. So you might know that the viewability standards on the mobile space is 50% pixels plus 1 second, which is actually a desktop standard, which we think at S4M is making no sense. The viewability qualification for us is 100% of an ad loaded plus 1 second, and same thing for a landing page, 100% loaded plus 1 second. This is the standard that we're building and pushing in the industry. I think this is the big new thing that is going to make a difference. A company like ours that are specialized in mobile are able to push those standards up. And back to the question about the gap between the spend and the usage, I think the trust and the transparency that we need to build is also around those standards. Standard of viewability will be a big thing. And I think that S4M is very well placed to make a difference in the marketplace.
So Fred, what is the vision for you?
Well, I think that the vision for us is that we can be as a cutting edge startup in the middle of this revolution, at the center piece of that revolution, being an actor of that revolution. I think, like I said, there's many things that are moving forward at such a rapid pace in this marketplace. The next big thing, I think, will be around everything that is post-view in mobile, post-click, post-view. What's the action? What's the activity post the impression, post the action with that impression? Again, it's a matter of having a cutting-edge technology to understand granularity around the activation of the next stage after the impression. And I think that this will be kind of the one big thing that technologies will have to address in the next 12 months. And like I said, again, I think S4M is at the very center piece of the industry to make a difference in that area as well.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
Alors Fred, je crois que tu as une grande nouvelle à nous annoncer.
Bah écoute, grande nouvelle, S4M a gagné le prix de la meilleure start-up de l'année, le Gold. Donc franchement, super honoré, c'est énorme. Franchement, c'est énorme, je suis ravi. Pour nous, c'est formidable. C'est une start-up. On a été créé il y a 3 ans. C'est une petite boîte. On est en pleine expansion. On a des bureaux à Paris, à New York, à Londres, à São Paulo. Franchement, aujourd'hui, on est sur les rails. Et ce Grand Prix, pour nous, c'est énorme. C'est formidable.
Bravo à toi, à toute l'équipe. Et puis merci de votre soutien pendant toute cette semaine ici à Courchevel.